Thank you so much for watching tonight. I'm John Evans.
I'm Francis Weller. We have new details at this hour on a story we first reported as breaking news. A Brunswick County Sheriff's deputy is recovering after being shot this morning at a gas station in Leland.
We're now hearing from the sheriff about what happened when the man opened fire on his deputies. WECT's Ariana Bertolotti live now where that shooting happened on Mercantile Drive in Leland. So what did you find out, Ariana?
Well, John, Sheriff Brian Chisholm says one of his deputies was hit twice by gunfire. And that deputy's ballistic vest is what stopped one of the rounds, likely saving his life. And this all began around 5 o'clock this morning at the Marathon gas station on Mercantile Drive Northeast. A spokesperson for the State Bureau of Investigation says the employees at the gas station asked a man who was loitering to leave the property. When he refused, sheriff's deputies arrived and tried to speak with the man, identified now as Brandon Taylor of Virginia. That's when investigators say Taylor pulled out a gun and started firing. He hit one deputy twice before deputies returned fire and killed him. Sheriff Chisholm says this is a good reminder of the sacrifice deputies make every day.
This is the reality of law enforcement. This is truly an example of the potential dangers we face every day. We are grateful our deputy is going to be okay, but this incident is a reminder that our officers put their lives on the line every day with nearly every call they respond to.
The SBI says Taylor's body is now at the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. And as for that injured deputy, the sheriff's office says he was released from the hospital and is now home recovering. Reporting in Leland, Ariana Bertolotti, WECT News.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. And yet we have another white man who shot a deputy, this time right here in North Carolina, in Leland, North Carolina, which is in the county of Brunswick, right on the coast by Wilmington. Now, even though they didn't show you a photo of the suspect, who is now deceased, the police fired on him, there are several things that leads me to believe he was a white boy. Now, I'm going to show you what the sheriff said, which basically lets me know hands down it was a white boy, but also some other incidents, some other details of the incident let me know that he was a white boy. And in the words of the late, great Charlie Kirk, prove me wrong. And you heard from that news clip, the guy's name was Brandon Taylor. Brandon Taylor of no relation, 34 years old. And this event happened in Leland County. Now, Leland County is the most populous city, I think, in Brunswick, about 23,000 people. Leland boasts a population of 85% white people and about 11% black people, right? And so, but you see, they say in another article, he is from Collinsville, Virginia. Now, what is the demographics of Collinsville? It is 84% white people and about 6 or 7% black people, which means most of the people who live in these towns are white. Another reason, once again, they did not show his photo. Best believe if this was a black man who shot a police, I am sure that his photo, his criminal record, and all of his past indiscretions would have been posted on these websites. So they have not released the photo, but they have released the name. 34-year-old Brandon Wayne Taylor of Collinsville, Virginia. They said his body was shipped to the North Carolina State Examiner's Office, and, you know, his family was notified, right? But I want you to watch this video of the sheriff of Leland County giving this press conference. It's about a minute and a half, so it's very short. But I want you guys to point out one thing when you hear it that lets you know that this suspect was no doubt white. And once again, if he wasn't white, you guys have been great in finding pictures of these people. I have not been able to find a picture of him. So if you are able to find a picture and he is not white, I have no problem with coming back, eating my words, and changing this title. But listen to this sheriff as he gives a 1.5-minute press conference. Pick out what sticks out to you on why this is probably a white man who did this. And this video is fair use for literary and commentary purposes only. Just watch.
Good afternoon. I want to thank our community for the kind messages and prayers we've received for our deputy who was shot this morning and for our office as a whole. We are grateful to report that our deputy has been released from the hospital and is doing well. Around 5 a.m., a call came into our 911 center from a clerk at the Minuteman convenience store at Mercantile Drive and Andrew Jackson Highway in Leland. The report was of a person on property refusing to leave. Deputies responded and attempted to speak with the suspect, who presented a gun and opened fire, striking one of our deputies twice. His ballistic vest stopped one of the rounds, likely saving his life. Deputies returned fire, fatally striking the suspect. This incident is being investigated by the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation and is standard protocol. More information will be released when appropriate. Our thoughts and prayers are with the suspect's family. This is the reality of law enforcement. This is truly an example of the potential dangers we face every day. We are grateful our deputy is going to be okay, but this incident is a reminder that our officers put their lives on the line every day with nearly every call they respond to. Your prayers and support mean more than we can say, and they truly sustain us through moments like this. I want to take this opportunity to thank the SBI and the Leland Police Department for what they did for us this morning. Thank you very much.
All right. So y'all tell me what stuck out to you. Y'all put it in the comments. I'll give you a couple of seconds. You tell me what stuck out to you that lets you know that this was a white person. You want me to tell you? He said, our thoughts and prayers are with the suspect's family. When have you ever heard a police chief, a sheriff, an attorney general, a police spokesperson say that their thoughts and prayers are with a suspect who opened fire unprovoked, unwarranted, unmitigated on an officer, almost killing him had not been for his bulletproof vest? That is once again the complexion for the connection for the connection. Even when you attempt to kill an officer and that officer interns, you injure that officer, but that officer intends kills you, they're still going to offer condolences and prayers to this criminal. Once again, no mention of his criminal record. That lets me further know that he's a white man. No picture, no mention of his criminal record, no condemnation of this being a senseless act of violence. Nothing at all but prayers and thoughts are with the victim's family. And so this is yet another example of, I think, violence that they use to warrant the unjustified killings of Black people, saying that these officers fearing for their lives and it's a dangerous job. Yeah, it's only dangerous when you encounter white men with guns. The Black men with guns or without guns normally run from police. Black men, and I hate to say this, Black men will shoot each other before they shoot a police. And so I think this violence that is returning on their own head from their own people is being used as a catalyst to justify shooting unarmed Black people on sight and forgiving the white shooters and taking them out alive and taking them to dinner after they kill people. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Are you guys just as sure as I am that this is a white shooter? But nevertheless, you see the number 919-587-7782. If you like this channel and enjoying this content, and if you already have not, please hit the subscribe button, which helps the channel grow, helps the channel get pushed out into the internet space with much more frequency and regularity. And as always, I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and of course, subscribing. And as always, pray you have peace and blessings. And as the scripture says, all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. Let's go. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune in to Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long.